We're going once again with Scriddle. Excuse me, this is Scriddle number 19. My friend tried this and said it was incredibly difficult. So I don't know. This one might take us a while, but we'll do our best. If it does take a long time, hopefully I can add I figured out how to add chapter headings now to the YouTube videos so that you can jump ahead to guesses. But you know, hopefully it'll go quickly, and won't even be a problem. Let's have a look. What can we see here? So we can toggle any box, including the ones with numbers on them. We have what looks like a 10 by 10 grid. With rooms. Some of the rooms have numbers in them. The numbers look like they are attached to the rooms again. I think in previous games that we have had in Scriddle, when rooms have been numbered, the number has been in the leftmost column of the room in the top cell in that column, so all of these are in that position. So I am going to assume that these are associated with the rooms and not with the cells. It looks again like very likely that it tells you how many cells must be shaded in this room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we'll see. That might not be true. If there were a constraint that shaded cells must not touch, would it be possible to still meet this 10 here? Let's try that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Barely. Barely's good. Barely might well mean that we're on the right track there. What else? What other constraints might we have here? We might have we might have a connectivity constraint. Now, we have to be very careful with connectivity constraints. So, for example, if there's a constraint that all the white cells must be connected to each other. So, for example, this wouldn't be allowed because this white cell here is not connected to these other cells by up, down, left, right connections. It's got black cells in between there. If that is a constraint, the way that it has been presenting rules like that recently when it gives us the feedback has been very hard to read. So I have definitely been working through puzzles, thinking, yeah, this might be a constraint, and being completely oblivious when it's given the feedback that says that is a constraint. So we shall see. I like. Should we be deliberately breaking our rule here? So What other rules might we have here? Maybe we just go with this. I suspect there might be a rule that every room must have at least one shared cell. Because otherwise, what are the rooms for? Why are there so many rooms with no number in them? But I guess we'll find that out when we get some feedback. So for this one, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 10 shared cells in this one. 2 in this one, 1 in this one, 2 in this one, 1 in this one, 1 in this one. Okay, so my hypothesis is that there is a rule that says that every room with a number in it must have that number of shaded cells, and I've got another hypothesis that we're not allowed to have side-by-side shaded cells. And I think I'm passing both of those. So if that were the case, then we would expect not to see a huge number of rules here, but then once we break those, we might see more rules. But maybe we'll just get like a ton of broken rules. We'll find out. Oh, oh, we got 5 broken rules already. So okay, so maybe we're way off on everything so far there. So breaks the orange rule. Oh, the orange rule. That's the kind of feedback I want to see for connectivity. That is the kind of feedback that says to me we need to have only one connected white region. So you see that, well, I think. Oh no, it could be any white region must be only size 1. Oh yeah, actually, sorry, no, forget what I'm saying there. The stuff that's okay are the 2 tiny white cells. The stuff that's bad is the 1 big white region. So maybe we need to isolate all of them. Okay. The red rule was broken only. Did I miscount, or is it something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Huh. What do we think this is? What do we think this is? Could it be how many white cells are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, conceivably, it could be that the number tells you the minimum number of white cells in a region. So we could test that for the red rule. Because the other ones all meet that because we put in the minimum possible number of black cells. So orange seems to be we want to keep our white regions small. Red, I'm gonna guess red is no more than the number of white cells. Yellow. Huh. Strange one. Oh. Oh, the yellow and green rules seem to be cooperating, to be doing different thing, to be. So the green rule didn't like any of our 3-cell rooms. If we maybe there's a rule every. Maybe there's a rule. No, it can't be. It's only highlighting rooms with numbers in them. And the blue rule seems to be that every room must have at least 1 shaded cell. So what are we going to try? Should we invert this 10 room and see if that still breaks this rule? I'm going to make sure that, yeah, let's find out what happens if we've got 2 adjacent shaded cells there, like for all these 1-1s. I've got no idea what to do for this one, but I'm just going to invert that as well. Right, we want to have something in every room, so let's scatter some around here. Oh yeah, we wanted to break up white regions. We want to have small white regions, maybe of varying sizes. Yeah. Okay, we'll try and get something in every shape, in every room. Be interesting to see if we break any new rules this time. We had 5 rules, didn't we? Okay, let's try this. So what am I hoping to get out of this? I'm going to test the hypothesis that the red rule is about there must be at least that number of white cells in a room. I'm also just wanting to. I'm testing the hypothesis that the blue rule is that every room must have at least one shaded cell. And I just want to see what happens with the yellow and green rules after basically inverting most of those. And the orange rule, I'm hoping that I've got. I'm guessing the feedback I'm going to get on. Actually, yeah, I don't know what feedback I'm going to get on the orange rule. Have I got any size? So I think this cell will be okay. I think the single white cells should be okay. Have we got any smaller white regions? Not really. I would like to have like a 2-cell white region to see if that. Oh yeah. What if we put? Oh no, that wouldn't do it. Okay, let's try this. See what happens. Oh, we broke a new rule. What was the new rule that we broke? Indigo. I am noticing that the two shapes highlighted have the same configuration of shaded cells in them. Is this a no duplicates kind of rule? Is this no duplicate patterns of black cells, perhaps? Right, let's just go through all the feedback because they're all going to be interesting. Right, so we flipped this, and so the red rule is still not satisfied. Maybe it's about the size of a contiguous shape. Maybe we need to have 10 contiguously connected shaded or unshaded cells. Oh no, it can't be that because the two does not meet that criteria up here, but it's not penalized by the red rule. So is it like shaded cells in neighbors, something like that? Not really. Let's see what else we've got. So the orange rule is now broken in. What was the first orange rule? Maybe the orange. Again, I feel like it gives us very confusing feedback at times. But maybe the orange rule is simply all of the white space needs to be connected, because this time it was completely the opposite. It shaded one tiny little room and left everything else, which includes little tiny rooms, little tiny regions like this, and includes big contiguous regions. Okay, so maybe next time for the orange rule, we try to make all of our white space connected. It's going to be hard. This breaks the yellow. How does this compare to guess 1 on the yellow rule? So guess 1. Ooh. So we've never satisfied the yellow rule for this shape up here. But we've also failed it for a bunch of other shapes down here. So what was okay? Oh, it was okay to have a single shaded cell. Could we have? I kind of want to maybe put like a single shaded cell at like one end of the two, or maybe put a clump of 2 shaded cells at one end, and see if that makes a difference. The blue rule, we did pass the blue rule. So the blue rule is, I'm pretty sure every shape needs to have at least 1 shaded cell. And the indigo rule, I think the indigo rule is no repeated patterns. Oh, wait a minute. No, the integral rule can't just be that because because all of the ones where we shaded a single cell would be a repeated pattern by that logic. Okay. What else do these do that is? Oh, it could be no rooms with the same pattern of shaded cells which are touching each other, because we did have something like that, a constraint like that before. We had a constraint that was like no same shape tetragonal pieces touching each other on one of them, something like that. Is that were we passing that here? So this 1 and this 2 have different numbers of pieces, so they're not a problem. Yeah, okay, so in this board, we pass that by virtue of never of just not shading most of the pieces, but like all of these 1-1s here are far away from each other, so they're not touching each other, so we wouldn't get penalized by that rule. Okay. Oh, do we need to start making notes? Maybe we need to start making notes here. Let's see. I have? Let me get an Inkscape window. Okay, we've got somewhere to put some notes here. So, let's make. What do we think are each of our? Can we fill this? So we're not sure what the red rule is. Which ones do we think we do know? We think we know the blue rule. One. Is this all fitting on the screen? Per room. Zoom out a little bit. Inkscape. And we had a theory for indigo, didn't we? I don't really have indigo, but we can use. Oh no, we can't use purple because that's also. Hold on, let me get the color wheel out. Okay, that'll do for indigo. Can we read that indigo? Oh, it's slightly off the screen. Can't really read that. Let's make that a little bit brighter. It's not superb. Yeah, it's kind of a trade-off between making it readable and making it actually be indigo. Good enough. Thankfully we don't have any purple this time. What did we think indigo was? We think indigo is. Oh yeah. How do we phrase this? No. Oops. Not like that. Think. No adjacent rooms. Oh, that really does read horribly. With same configuration of shaded cells. I think that's the best way I can phrase that. No, I still don't like that color. Can we? Good enough. It doesn't need to be indigo. As long as you can read the name. What else? Red, we're really not sure. Orange, I think orange is all all white cells connected? Maybe. That's my hypothesis. So we need, so we're gonna go yellow and green. That'll do. What did we have here? So we think so. Yellow seems to be. It's definitely about. It's a property of a room. It's a property of a room that is harder to fulfill when you have more shaded cells. But the 10 one fulfills it, whatever it is. I almost want to make changes solely around these rooms and not in these rooms to try and convince myself that it is a property solely of the contents of the room and nothing to do with the surroundings of the room. In fact, can we try that? Can we just deliberately change these? I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doing some other stuff around there, but which ones were they? Yeah, the 2 was broken as well. So my aim here is I'm not changing any of the. I've not changed the contents of any of the yellow shaded rooms here, but I have changed lots of stuff around them, and I want to see, do any of them change their properties? Do they become more or less? Yeah, my hypothesis is that they should be exactly the same, and that's going to help me come to the conclusion that the rule is only a property of what's inside the room and not what's outside the room. So let's try that. We were expecting to break all the rules. Oh no! Wait, did I see that right? Oh no! Okay, we're okay. We're okay. Right, yeah, exactly the same failures there. So yeah. We pass the indigo rule, and we think that's because we suspect the indigo rule is probably quite easy to pass until you're down to like very few shaded cells in every one. Okay. So let's finish. Let's go back to our notes. So what do we know about it? It's a room property, and it's sorry, I can't see whether this is coming up. I think it's coming up when I'm doing this. So yellow is a property of the room, harder to meet when. Oh, sorry. Let me turn the shading window off. More shaded cells. Green. Do we have any leads on green? So green also seems to be harder to meet when there are more. Oh no! Wait a minute. No. Okay. So on guess 1. We broke the green rule for these 1 cell, 1 number rooms. Oh, and then we no longer broke it for them, but we broke it for lots of other rooms. Is that right? Aha. So the green rule, we thought the green rule was related to rooms with numbers, and yet this time we broke it for lots. So, is the green rule as simple as a room may not have exactly one shaded cell? So I think that's consistent for this one, because these are the ones that exactly one. This one had 2, this one had 2, and this one had 10. Okay, so one shaded cell breaks the green rule here. On this one, certainly all the ones that are breaking the green rule have one shaded cell, and the other ones all look like they have more than one. Looks similar for guess 3. Okay, so let's put that in for the green rule. So I mean that's a bit redundant with the blue rule, isn't it? Not exactly one shaded cell in our room. So that means that every room must have at least 2 shaded cells, we think. Which is unfortunate because the yellow room property seems to be easily broken when we've got lots of shaded cells. Let's see. So where did we... Does the yellow... No. Is it something about the largest group in a room? So it was absolutely happy with all... It's really... It's baffling that we get that for both of these configurations of 2 in here. Which rules do we think use the numbers? So all the rules that we've hypothesized so far aren't using the numbers. So either red or yellow must use the numbers. Yellow we've only ever seen broken on numbered rooms. Red we have seen broken on multiple different... Oh, we hadn't really looked at this. What is... So what can we say here about... We can say that the red rule applies to rooms. Red rule applies to rooms. Doesn't seem to be number based. Seems to be easier to trigger when a room has bigger clumps. This room is breaking. It's kind of hard to tell on my screen. Like the screen doesn't have great color reproduction, and at the bottom of the screen the pink looks almost the same as the white. But this one, this whole room is indeed breaking that rule. If it weren't for the 10, I would say it might be something like more than half filled is bad. Because definitely, oh, mind you, it doesn't apply to. We got rooms that have that are completely filled but are only 2 cells big. So maybe this is all. Maybe this is just like too many shaded cells. Maybe this is. Is it just 3 or more shaded cells? Do we just have 3 separate rules that are all trying to tell us that every room must have exactly 3 shaded cells? I think that is it. Yeah, because we didn't shade very much on the earlier guesses. Okay, so every room has to have 2 shaded cells, we think, and that means okay, that's this one. No room with more than 2 shaded cells. Sorry, I've got a lot of. So the yellow one must be the one that uses the numbers. And it's harder to meet when there are more shaded cells. Is it that there must, maybe it's something like there must be a contiguous group of exactly that number white shaded cells? No, it can't be that. Oh, maybe it's just that it must have a contiguous group of shaded cells of that size. Because this one has a single cell and it's in a group on its own. These ones have, so maybe if we break these into 2 pieces, that would pass the yellow rule. Yeah, so I guess my hypothesis. Right, so what we're looking at? Alright, yeah, we need to get all of the white cells connect. Okay, so maybe we do this. So we think every room has to have 2. So I'm gonna for these ones, I'm gonna make the ones be split into 2, with the idea that maybe it's the size of within the room a group of shaded cells, and we want a group of 1 here and here, maybe. Similarly, this one must have a 2, so we'll put 2 together. Let's just put everything else with exactly 2, and then we can start shuffling them around. Oh no, it can't be that. It cannot be that. Because oh no, yeah, okay, maybe it's the size of a group of unshaded cells, because we could achieve that in our 10. We could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we could shade those 2 as our 2, and that gives us a group of 10 unshaded. Maybe that's what we're looking for here. For this one, to make a group of 2, we would need to do something like that. Let's make every other one have just 2. So these ones must be fully filled. Same with that one. This one needs 2. This one needs 2. This one needs 2. 2. Okay. This one. So at this point, what are we breaking? We are breaking that all of the white cells must be contiguous. So let's move that over there. Oh, this is quite oh, hold on, this one's not done. We've not done this one right. So let's do like that. And we've got I can do, oops, do that. Oh, this is still separated. Is there another place that we can make a group of 2? No, we kind of need to do that here, so can. Oh, this one I've not done this one right. Actually, if I do it like that, that looks better. Okay, so what do we think? So we think the rules are red, no room with more than 2. Sure, right. So we think every room should have exactly 2 stage cells. This room is fine. This room is fine. This room is fine. Here and here. This room is fine. This room is fine. This room is these 2. This room is these 2. And over here, this room is these 2. These 2. These 2. This room is fully filled. This room has these 2. This room has these 2. This room has these 2. So down here, this room has these 2, this room has these 2 here, this room has these 2, this room has 2, this room has 2, this room has 2, this room has 2, and this room has 2. Okay, so we're making that. Orange, all white cells are connected. Yeah, so all the white cells are connected. Yellow was the... So yellow... I think is within the room. This is a wild guess. It's probably wrong. Within the room, I think we need to have the number, a group of contiguous white cells of exactly the size of the number is my wild guess for that one. Green was about the number of rooms. Green was about the number. And indigo, no adjacent rooms with same configuration of shaded cells. Oh, alright, so we would fail. So this 1 and this 2 have the same configuration, so they're going to fail. Oh, that's a really harsh one. Oh no, we must be wrong on... No, we can't be right on the yellow rule because... okay, I think we're trying to guess too many things at once here. So I think this is going to fail the indigo rule. I've no idea what else it's going to fail. Let's find out. Okay, so yeah, we failed the indigo rule catastrophically. That's okay. We can work on that one. We failed the yellow rule. The yellow rule is... What is the yellow rule? What can we do that... Because this is to have 10. This is 10. It can't be anything to do with the size of the shaded groups because we only have 2 of them. We have to have exactly 2. So I mean, it feels like it has to be about the unshaded territory, no? So all of our 1s were happy. Have we ever made this one happy? And we've never found a configuration that makes this 2 up here happy. We have found configurations that make the... How did this one pass the yellow? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Didn't satisfy 10 rule. Why are the 1 rules happy when the white cell's in the middle, but not when it's at the end? Does it not like us? No. I kind of feel like we should try this for the yellow, for this one up here. Just because this seems to be the pattern that it likes here, of having like a white in between two black ones. And we've not tried that yet, but we must be missing something else here. What could it want for this one? And again, I think it is unrelated to things beyond the bounds of the cell. But I feel like we're running out of things to look at inside the cell. It's like it can't be like a straight line of that dimension because 10 is way too big, right? So I was happy. I was happy when we chopped this into little pieces with the checkerboard. Either way. It was happy when we had like a single white snake shape here with the rest filled in black. I'm pretty sure that we can't add more than our two black cells in here. So what else can we try here? What else can we try with our 10? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9. If we put them here, I don't feel optimistic about this. I'm curious about this one. I guess we could have a go at fixing some of these other ones. We could put that there. What else was failing on Indigo? This one here is failing. Oh, it doesn't. I think it does. I think it fails regardless of orientation. Oh, that's tricky. Okay. Oh, because that's gonna fail with that one. Oh, this is quickly gonna become a pain in the neck. This can't be. Oh, I'm gonna try. I'm trying to do too many things at once. So this bit here is isolated now. So this shape is this L shape down here is completely constrained, I think. So it can't have this pattern here because this one is forced. This one is or is this one forced? Oh no, we don't know if it's forced because we still don't understand the yellow rule. Ugh. Yeah, we need to learn what the yellow rule is. Hey, put that over there instead. That seems more promising. And we can't put that. We can't put both the black cells here together because this one is forced. This one cannot be different. So we need to have some other configuration in here. I think that's probably most plausible. We need to figure out some way to make connectivity through here. That doesn't help. And that again, this one is in contact with this one, so it can't be the same shape as that one. It feels a bit futile to be messing around with trying to satisfy the indigo rule when we don't actually, when we're not close to understanding the yellow rule. And I guess we can just move this and see what happens in this 2. Was that a 2 that we have succeeded at that, but oh no, but that one was okay. Why is that okay? Maybe we should do that again then. Okay, we don't have hopes for this guess because there's lots of things we know we're breaking, not least of which the orange rule, I think, the connectivity one. But I want to see what happens for this 10 one. So we need to figure out the yellow rule. Actually, let's double check that we understand the indigo rule. So this is the same configuration as this configuration. So these 2 adjacent indigo cells are the same as these ones. That's why they are failing. This and this is the same configuration as this and this. So there's like a Knight's move between these 2 black cells. So the same down here. That's why that one is failing. This one. Oh no, maybe we're not right because this one has a cell 1, 2, 3 pieces in a straight line away, and it's not touching one that is. I don't see another piece highlighted. So I mean, these 2 look like this piece is that. Oops, go back there. This configuration here and this configuration here. This is like across by 1 and up by 3, across by 1 along by 3. Right. So they're touching and breaking that. These ones have 2 next to each other, 2 next to each other. That's breaking that rule. These ones have a Knight's move and a Knight's move. They're upsetting each other. But this one doesn't seem to have a neighbor that it's upsetting. Oh, is it not even the configuration? It's the distance? It's the distance between. Oh. Huh. Maybe that gives us a clue for the yellow rule. So this cell is 1, 2, 3 from this one, and this cell is 1, 2, 3 from this one. Maybe that is what. Oh, that's That's very hard to avoid breaking. Now, is that how we should understand this one? Is the when did we not break the 10 rule? So we want to look at yellow for, because is that what this is about? The distance. Yeah. That seems to be the number +1 must be the distance between the two shaded cells? Really? Really? Okay, well with that in your pocket, can we finally? Oh, actually, we do have a time when we didn't break the yellow rule for this. So if we go from, say, this shaded cell, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10, not 11. No, that makes no sense. No, I thought it was. It kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense because, see, this one is happy when we have 1, 2, 3 distance between them, and it's got a 2 on it. And these ones here, the ones, are happy only when we separate them out by going. So it's got 1, 2 to get there. So like it's 1 greater than, or I guess you can maybe count it as the number of spaces between when you navigate from one to the other. But then I don't understand how this one passes it. And so like for this one up here, that was only ever happy when we did this. So we've got 1, 2 pieces between it on. So maybe it should be understood to be there is a path from one shaded cell to another shaded cell which passes through exactly that number of unshaded cells. That's so convoluted. Is that true here? No, it's not remotely true here. Does it just only test the rule at all when you have exactly 2 shaded cells? We can test this rule, right? So we can put like 1 here and go 1, 2, or count from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So like shading either of these, maybe shade that one. I think that meets the requirement and might be the only place that does. So I think that should pass the yellow rule. But oh goodness, how do we pass any of the other rules? So we need to have slightly more between these. We don't. Ooh. Maybe we want it all the way over here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in between. That should be okay. This one has 3 at the moment in between. This one has 2. This one has 1. This one has 2. So it can't touch that one. That's fine. This one has 2. And that's bad. And also we're not properly connected in here. We know that this we have no other options here for this one down here. We can't have the two black cells adjacent to each other, because that would be a breach with this neighbor. We can't have them with one white cell between them, because that would be a breach with this neighbor. So they must have two cells between them. So this is fixed and this is fixed. So we need to make this up with the other ones. This one here, I think has to be like this. Yeah, we can't shade. If we shade this cell, then we trap that white cell there. We need to have exactly two, so they must both be down there. Okay, so this lot is fixed. This one here, these two at the moment have the same distance between their. This one has a distance of 2 with the 2 white cells here, and this one has a distance of 2 with 2 white cells here. So one of them needs to change, and apart from anything else, we need to get this cell connected out to something. Maybe we can. Are we able to do it? No, we can't do it there. We can't do it there. We can't do there because that traps that in there. We kind of have to do that and then have a larger distance up here. So maybe we do that. And now I think we have to make a configuration that lets stuff out up here. Oh no, we can't. This one also is fixed, right? We have to shade this one and this one to meet the 1 requirement here. If we do that, then we're putting it into this trapped zone down here. We do that, we're connecting that out, but we're leaving this trapped. How do we get connectivity for white out of this corner? Can we reduce this one down to 2 and make this one up to here? Maybe that works. So this now has a distance. This now has a value of 3. This is a value of 2. Sorry, this is right. This is a value of 1. This has got a value of 0. Yeah, maybe that's okay. We can't leave this like this here, but we need it to have a different value from this one. Well, we could have that no, we can't have that. So this one is also, this is fixed. But this one needs to be a checker, or that's oh right, okay, we can put that over here instead. Right. Let's see. So this is a value of 2, this is a value of 1, this is a value of 0, this is a value of 0, but it's not touching that other 0 one there. This has, well, we sure hope this is a value of 10. This is a value of 1, this is a value of 3. This is a value of 3, and this is a value of 3. Can we make this have a value of 4 instead? Is that okay? Maybe? This is a value of 5. Okay, this is beginning to look plausible. I don't know if it meets all the rules that we've stated. We've probably gotten something wrong in the indigo rule there, but I think this is worth submitting and seeing how close we are. Yes! It only took us an hour. You know, yesterday, it took me an hour and I felt defeated, but today it took me an hour and I'm like, yes, good job, we got there. That was quite tough. There were some of those rules were quite unintuitive. Let's see, did we get the rule? the rules right. Okay, so now are these our rules? Or are they? No, I think these have been. Yeah, these are the reshuffled rules. So can't have 3 or more shaded cells. Can't have only 1 shaded cell. Can't have no shaded cells. Therefore, must have exactly 2 shaded cells. We definitely thought that. The unshaded cells are divided. Yep, yes, we thought that one. The amount of empty cells between 2 shaded cells is different from the number. Yes, we got there in the end. And the distance between the 2 shaded cells is the same in adjacent rooms. Yes, we also got there. Oh. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I don't feel too bad about that. I think we did pretty good.